Okay, so this is case studies, the Binding of Isaac part 2. So we're going to quickly look at aiming, not in the sense of firing the actual tiers, but in terms of the actual whole looking and sprites. So I have added in some sprites for the player. So if I quickly click play, it now moves and it looks a bit more like Isaac. I'll put a link into where I've got all the sprites from as well. So what I've done is added a few scripts. So we're gonna need the player aiming script to go on to the main Isaac body, and the sprite list to go onto the head. So sprite list is going to be a script that goes on a multitude of what's it called, entities. So in this case, it's going to contain all the head sprites for Isaac. So if you look here, there's a few different heads we're going to need to change to when certain input happens. And of course we could animate this, but we're not going to. Just makes it easier if we just have sprites and we can just swap them out. So what we're going to need to do is go into Visual Studios or whatever you're using, and actually go back to this, scripts, and add sprite list as well. Okay, so we're gonna have an awake function as usual, and we're gonna have a public sprite array. And we're gonna have a current sprite as well. So what we're going to do in the wake is set count sprite equal to the initial sprite within. No, wait, we don't want anything to do. We don't even want no wait class. So we have sprite list. We could, if we want, create a sprite array function, gets all sprites. That might be a useful thing to do. But what we're probably going to want to do is is get specific sprites. So and we want to pass an integer, and it's going to be the index value. So within our array, we want to return spell. We want to return the index value sprite. So with passing 0 would be the initial sprite, passing 1 would be the sprite after that, so on and so forth. So that's mostly the sprite list done. It then goes into player aiming. So we want a reference to the sprite list. To do that, the sprite list is attached to the child object. We can find the specific child object, so that's not too bad. Sprite list. And we're gonna need private sprite. That's gonna be the current sprite. We are also going to need index, I think. No, I don't know. We'll leave it as that. So in awake, we are going to get sprite list, so this is attached to aiming, so it's child, find child, and let's rename this to Isaac Head. So now what we need to find, so it's to get the component of that, which is sprite list. We also need sprite renderer. Let's make it just a renderer. So I think that's actually fine. As it is, and we want the specific sprite renderer as well. So same thing again. We can also set count sprite to equal to is dot get weight 0, so that'll be initial one, and we can set the renderer sprite does it not have a sprite? Or am I thinking of the wrong one? Yep. Need sprite renderer. Let's change that. Sprite. Sprite. We could, in theory, just add this. But I'm gonna change that to, don't know actually. Let's leave it as that at the moment. So let's go back to Unity. Get back to Isaac's head. Anyway, sprite. So at the moment there should be only. A bit of time to load. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. There are more, I think there's 8 in total that we need, but at the moment we'll keep it as 4, so let's change it to 4. So we'll have the initial one as the same one as this, then it's looking right, looking up, and looking left. Okay. So now we have that. So now we need to modify the inputs handler. So we're going to need a reference to the aiming scripts. what we'll do is have a private index. That's probably will be changed at some point if we can figure something out. But let's in the update set current sprite equals to m_sprite list dot get sprite m_index, and then update the renderer sprite, so we can just copy this, paste it in, and all we need to do is have a public void update index as an integer index m_index is equal to _new index. So now in input handler I'll do if now this is going to be slightly different because I'm using a reword. Get axis. That might. Nope, there isn't a. So if we're looking up, we're gonna let's do it for looking down. So if invert is less than 0, so on an analog stick, 0 is when it's in the middle. If you're pulling it down, that's -1, I believe. Then if you're pushing it all the way up, then it's 1. I think so. I can never remember. So, but same with the arrow keys, that should work fine. So if it is that, then m_aiming dot update index. This is going to be hard coded at the moment because it's not necessarily an easy way around this. So that's 0 because we're aiming down. So let's have the index 0. And anything else if we are looking up, then it should be if it's greater than 0. And that is 13, so that's number 2, so pass it 2, and we copy this. Now this might do something funky. Because we're saying if either, because you can do diagonal or lower one, we can add an and condition and that might work, but we'll leave it as this at the moment. So if the horizontal is less, so we're looking left, that is 15, which is element 3, so pass it 3, and we're missing 1 from that, so that's done. So now save that and go into payment. So hopefully, if all goes well, that so down, you've got left and right, and Up and down isn't working, which means I'm doing something wrong with rewired. It doesn't look like I'm doing anything wrong with rewired. Where's keyboard maps? Keyboard maps doesn't work because I'm doing that. So I can ignore that. I won't. But why is that not working? Invert. Let's do a quick test. We know horizontal's working, so we can just quickly comment that out. Let's see if it's because I'm not doing the and statements, the and conditions. And then because of control, you can slightly. Yep, it's because I'm not doing and. Okay. So we can uncomment that out and take out that. So what it is if aim vertical is equal to 1, and so that's not 1. If it's equal to -1, so we're aiming down, and the horizontal input is less than 1 and greater than -1. So as long as it's not those, then that should be fine. So let's copy this bit. So if it's equal to +1, then we're fully looking up, and as long as we're not aiming left to right, then it should do that. So let's try that quickly. Nope, still not working. So those are taken precedent, so what happens if I check that? That's actually a lot nicer than we've got. So it actually works a lot better. It doesn't work exactly great, but that's fine. So let's quickly do a test. The vertical input. If I aim in diagonally, then does that print out? So that is yes, that's about 75. So diagonal is about 75. But if you change that to horizontal and do the same thing, so we might have to change the and conditions as well. Yep, so if we do it fully right and it up, that's still better, but as soon as we aim diagonally up and more towards the center of up, it's less than that. So we can remove this. So if aim vertical is less than 0. Just reset this back and I'll give it a bit of think. So it's greater than 0. And I'm going to quickly add that for keyboard. So, new one. Up arrow. Positive, and that's invert. It's negative. That. So it's positive, it's horizontal. And it'll be negative. So, how does this stand? Well, I changed it to keyboard, so we don't have to work on the controller at the moment. That's fine. That actually works. Alright, so I'm going to leave it there, because we've gone on for a bit. Next one we'll try to look into actually fixing the analog stick and then hopefully 5 tears. So until then, see you next time.